The city of Charleston is struggling back to get on its feet tonight, and that effort is being made a little easier because of the generosity of thousands of people across the U.S. Our Brad Woodard is back in Charleston tonight where the help is rolling in. Brad?
Well, that help is being somewhat hampered tonight, Chris, by a law that's been in effect here in Charleston since the hurricane hit. For the sixth night in a row, this city is under a dusk to dawn curfew, and just after dark, several trucks arrived with supplies, but they weren't able to unload because no one was here. This place is like a ghost town because of the curfew. Now, throughout this whole ordeal, the shortage of supplies has been a primary concern, but now that they are becoming more bountiful, some of them are being redirected, and more focus is being placed on the outlying areas. Almost a week after Hurricane Hugo rammed the South Carolina coast, Charleston still has the appearance of a city ravaged by war. The damage here is so extensive it's almost impossible to determine whether cleanup crews have made any progress. But Charleston's mayor says they have.
Some buildings were hurt, but they're here and they're standing and they're going to be, and right now the roofs are being patched, and we hope to have things back to reasonable normalcy very soon.
Noted for its historical districts, Charleston has been the focus of national attention since the hurricane hit last week. But some less notable areas nearby have been equally devastated, if not more. In this North Charleston suburb, Hugo's winds were recorded at 138 miles per hour. After 6 days of no electricity and no running water, some were moved to tears when 2 trucks from Tennessee arrived with much-needed supplies.
And folks from outside, like you folks, have come to help us, and especially with the food and things like diapers. But that'll help a lot.
Charleston has been overwhelmed with generosity from people all over the country donating supplies. Now the question isn't so much whether they have enough supplies, but enough people to distribute them. Now, the Two Rivers Baptist Church in Nashville has set up its own distribution center in North Charleston, and with more trucks arriving, it plans to take some of those supplies to a couple of cities north of here.
Well, Brad, now that the basics, food, water, clothing taken care of, what's the next big step in their recovery?
Well, the big step in the recovery is to rebuild, and obviously that's an overwhelming task that will take quite some time. But the big question tonight is what will happen when Hugo is no longer news? Because of all the publicity, support has been coming in, but once that dwindles, they fear the support will dwindle as well.
Okay, thanks, Brad.